Have made a conscious decision tonight, Jimmy, to go small. And this is something that perhaps they won't have a lot of choice in this year. This is not as big a lineup, certainly, as the one last year that graduated scorers like Mike McHale and Tony Bland.
Unfortunately, the Aztecs are forced to go small, Matty, like you said, and not by choice because of injuries. And they're going to have to learn that everyone's going to have to help out, especially on the boards.
Brandon Heath, the freshman, misses the first shot of the game. And the foul's called on Eric Sanders.
Boy, you hate Sanders.
When you break down the Aztecs roster this year, not only are they small, they're fast. Coach Fisher thinks they're a better defensive team. He hopes they're a better free-throwing team. And they press the ball in the first possession, rather, for the 49ers.
And that's what Steve Fisher is going to have to do. He's going to have to press, which right there was a turnover because of the trap right there at half court, and smart players right there. Tommy Johnson coming in, knows what to do. He's a veteran player out there now.
Kevin Houston turns the ball over. Wesley Stokes bringing it up the floor now. Brandon Heath, the shooting guard. Chris Walton with the basketball, back after a redshirt season last year. And we'll talk about Chris's redshirt campaign throughout the telecast tonight. One that the Aztec faithful hope was well used. After a couple of exhibition wins, here's Brandon Heath with a wide-open three-pointer that doesn't fall. But after the Aztecs had one or perhaps two decisions to make as to who's going to start on opening night here. And this was a decision that Steve Fisher took right into the waning 11th hour last night.
He was actually working with Marcus Slaughter in the starting lineup yesterday in practice, and I guess he decided to go with Tommy Johnson, a little bit more experience out there, because I don't think he wants two freshmen on the court at the same time.
That has not been a benchmark of Steve Fisher's teams in the past. And the 49ers turned it right back over as Chris Walton was guilty of the fumble. On the floor and in and out. Marcel Jackson can't get to the ball, gets his own rebound. And then Jackson, one of the new guys on the 49er roster. Another shot up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Cody Pearson. So we went 2 minutes before this game saw its first bucket, and it took a second and third chance for the 49ers to finally get one to fall.
The Aztecs really just pushing a little bit on offense, have to slow down just a tad to get that first bucket under their belt.
And Jabril Hodges, looking for Cody Pearson out of the wing, throws it away. Aztec basketball.
You know, right now, Steve Fisher telling his players he wants a certain play run so they can get 2 points on the board and hopefully get the crowd to sit down, because they stand the whole time here. And you got to like that tradition where the crowd stands until the Aztecs score their first bucket.
Johnson, who has a wide open lane but decides to pull up and misses the little jump shot.
Got to like the hustle. And Wesley Stokes right there getting on the floor, and that's the mark of a Steve Fisher team right there. He wants his guys to hustle. He wants them to battle out there, and that's what you see Wesley Stokes doing right there.
Not a foul called on Hodges, just possession as he knocked the ball out of bounds. So the Aztecs charge back up the floor. Stokes is going to try to do it himself, dishes it off into the wing. Johnson with another wide open shot. The lefty can't get that. Through freshman point guard Kevin Houston trying to do something himself. Shots up and no good. We got a whistle. Chris Walton, little turnaround pop and no good. Johnson pulls the ball away. The lefty is up, out of control. The layup no good. And there's Eric Sanders. The first points of the 03-04 season come from the returnee, team captain Eric Sanders.
And you can see
Heath with perhaps the quickest hands in the backcourt. Foul called, shot no good. Brandon Heath will go to the line. So Brandon Heath to the line. He was the Aztecs' leading scorer, leading assist man, and leading three-point specialist during the two exhibition games.
This young man's got a lot of moxie, I'll tell you. I like his game. He's a hard-nosed kid. He really wants to play well. He expects to do extremely well here at San Diego State, and I think just a great find for Steve Fisher.
Here's his coach Larry Reynolds encourages that aspect of the game. And the 7-footer pulls down the rebound. Stokes finds Heath for three, no good. And the Aztecs have a chance again. Wesley Stokes does it himself. First three-pointer of the game.
Boy, he's just very calm, cool, and collected out there. Set himself up for a three, but gotta like what he's doing out there. He's looking to pass the ball first, which I really thought he'd look to score first, but he's looking to get everyone else involved in the game, try to get some points under everyone else's belt.
That really is a positive sign, and something that Steve Fisher had a lot of conversation with Wesley about leading up to this night. Now, you figure when a guy spent an entire year sitting, only playing during practice, he was good.
Coming from Missouri, a big program where he was, a couple appearances in the final 8. I mean, he knows what it takes to win, and he is going to bring another level of a point guard here since I say with Tony Gwynn was here.
John Sharper checks into the game for Brandon Heath. Stokes again distributing, though he had a wide open shot, and Marcus Slaughter has his 3rd and 4th points of the night.
So you really want to play with a kid like Wesley Stokes because everyone's so worried about his penetration. You can tell, the scouting report that they've given, on the Aztec is Wesley Stokes will penetrate, he'll go to the basket, and everyone runs back to the paint. And if you just go down there and stand for a jump shot like Marcus Slaughter did, baby, it's easy.
Count that one as a 3 for Slaughter.
He sets things up. He's calming everyone down, telling them where to go. I mean, that's what you like.
Inside to Sanders, who's double teamed. They find the open man. That's Marcus Slaughter, who drains another one from the corner.
I guess he likes that spot over there right now, and Long Beach better pay attention because Marcus Slaughter can stroke it. We watched him in practice, and he likes that outside jumper right there on that right-hand side, so he's ugly.
A Long Beach State timeout with 9:06 left first half. The Aztecs on a big run. They've opened up an 18-point first half lead.
Well, there's one thing I got to tell you. These guys have been beating on each other for the last 3.5, 4 weeks. And finally, you get to see some fresh faces. And Marcus Slaughter really just lighting it up, feeling it. And there's nothing better coming in your first game, really, as a freshman and just knocking down a couple of three-pointers, feeling pretty good about yourself. And he's a
ball game. That really takes away the 3rd scorer for Ohio State on the floor. They're a lot easier to stop without Sullinger in the ball game.
They lost their 2 leading scorers from last year to graduation, Brent Darby and Sean Connolly. They combined for 30 points a game. But you would think with Sullinger and Stockman, they've replaced them with 2 guys who might even score more than that combined.
Maybe Sylvester can help them, but Stokes is a little hide and seek, knocking the deep one down.
And then Heath, the lob and the miss on a dunk try by Slaughter. So a 3 for Walton.
You should be a coach, Sean McDonough.
Sharper and Walton.
Nice give back. Heath, that's unselfish. That is an excellent give back by Walton.
55% beyond the line.
Well, the conversation with Walton steps back and knocks a 2-pointer down. Once you put it on the floor.
Sharper,
run to the 3.
And Heath. Wow.
Floor and looking opposite and spotting up in the corner again, the guy that plays with terrific pace, Brandon Heath. And
tournament against the Big Teners, Ohio State. Not only do the Aztecs beat the Big Ten boys, they beat them badly. John Sharper for 3. Chris Walton for 3. And then Brandon Heath with 3 of his game-high 28 points. Wesley Stokes adds a 3 the old-fashioned way. The final 83-61. State tying a school record with 13 three-pointers. They'll play Dayton in the quarterfinals. Alonzo Mourning's basketball.
You want to see three-pointers? Here's one from Wesley Stokes, the Missouri transfer. He had a big night. So did Brandon Heath. Keep an eye on this rookie. 5 of 6 from three-point land. Had 28 points. Yeah, he's a freshman. No kidding. And then later, Chris Walton gets into the act. Heath and Stokes, 50 points between them. 83-61. Aztecs win. They play Dayton tomorrow in the Maui Invitational.